Everyone, how are you? Here to talk to you about season 4 of Van Helsing. 13 episode season, really great. You meet a lot of new characters. Some of them. The story starts off with the battle between Tessa, Van Helsing, and Sam. That's got mutated into this powerful vampire with horns sticking out of his head and that. He's very powerful and strong. Massive fight happens. Tessa almost dies, but she's saved by Lily. Lily is the other Van Helsing that came back to life. They fight. They defeat Sam, weaken him, and they escape. The Oracle heals Sam, and she tells him, "Follow me instead. We're gonna go get my sister, the other bride of Dracula, and this other bride, and they're gonna open up a portal to bring Dracula forth once and for all, and to wipe out all the humans. There'll only be vampires left." So Tessa and Lily try to stop him. Along the journeys, Lily dies, but she gives Tessa this book, which is the Van Helsing book, which has many secrets and stuff. And as she tracks down Sam Oracle to finish him off, she's attacked by Axel, which is grieving from the loss of Scarlet, Tessa's sister, which he loved. They fight, very cool battle scene. Axel almost gets the better of her, but then she stops him. And she convinces him that Scarlet won't want this. She'll want them to still be allies. So Axel feels bad, so he's like, you know what? I'm going to go to Denver, not knowing it's overrun by daywalkers, and get Julius, Doc, Jolene, and Flash will help you out, take out Sam Oracle before they can release Dracula. So he leaves, and Tessa goes her way. While along her travels, she finds Jack, just a young girl with a group of survivors. She's very good with a sword and a bow and arrow. And Jack gets bitten by a vampire. Tessa goes to heal her to bring her back to become human, but she doesn't turn. And Tessa's like, "What's going on here?" And Jack's like, "I don't have a sweet clue." And Tessa says, "Well, you can only do that if you're a Van Helsing." She's, "Well, I'm not a Van Helsing. But my father, Hansen, which is this big scientist, military guy, might know the answers." But Tessa says, "Okay, well, I'm going to go after Sam and Oracle." Jack follows her. They almost get beaten. She tells Jack to leave. So Jack leaves. The second part of the story ends up in Denver, where the Daywalkers attack the city. It's in ruins. The Resistance still fighting back. Hansen shows up, this military guy, which is Jack's father. He helps him defeat the Daywalkers with this new technology. And he gets Doc to help him out. And he takes her. And that's the last you see of Doc. He takes her to some kind of lab facility to help out, to do experiments and stuff to help take out vampires more. Flash decides, he finds out that he can't die, like Julius. He finds out his wife is alive after all these years. When he became a vampire, he killed his family, but his wife has survived the massacre. He left her to live. So he wants to make amends. So he finds her. Well, she's at this mining facility run by this smuggler guy that smuggles guns, drugs, and alcohol, played by Richard Herman, my favorite actor. He plays John Murphy, the 100. Check that show out if you haven't yet. It's a pretty good show. He's the guy, basically he's like the warden of the mining facility. He gets them to mine this blue mineral things, like a very powerful drug that can kill vampires, but to humans it's like a gray high. And he's smuggling guns and all that. Well, Axel, who had left, before he goes to Denver, stops along the way to his hometown. And he finds this old guy, the mechanic that he used to work for. And you find out Axel had a younger sister. And she was kidnapped by this person. They can never find her after all these years. Well, she's there in the hometown. She's all grown up. Her and Axel reunite. They find out the brother sister. They find out that the mechanic that Axel was working for as a kid was the one that actually kidnapped his sister and held her hostage in his basement all these years. So as he goes to shoot the old guy, a bullet that the old guy fires hits his sister and she dies. So Axel then travels back to Denver. Well, on the way to Denver, He ends up meeting Max, the warden at the mining facility, and does business for him. Because Axel is still being Axel. Is like, I don't care and all this stuff. Axel's a pretty cool character. He ends up helping Max out. Then, when Flash and Jolene show up to find Flash's wife, Jennifer, Axel betrays the warden to help them find his wife. And while find out she was pregnant at the time and had a son named Owen. Max takes him. Somehow Max is not a vampire. This part confused me. There was a big explosion. And then they shot him a bunch of times and he was still alive. I don't know, maybe because of that drug he was taking. I don't know. They never really clarified that. He escapes with Jennifer and Owen as hostages. Jolene stays behind the mining facility to help out with the other prisoners that were being forced to work there. As Axel and Flash travel across the desert to rescue his family. They end up fighting Max to kill him, and then Flash, Jennifer, and Owen just leave. They just leave the show. They go off on their own. Axel finally makes it to Denver, finds the city in ruins, and finds Julius. Well, this time, it's how the third story part acts up. Julius, this time, during Denver, was training Hansen's daughter, Violet, because Hansen found out that Julius can die, so he was torturing for a bit, then he found a better use for him to train Violet, his daughter, because she's not a really good warrior, and he's afraid that if she ever gets free or gets attacked by vampires, she can't fend for herself, so Julius trains her in different forms of like jiu-jitsu and martial arts and stuff. He's a really cool trainer. I like Julius, that character. And Violet gets attacked by a random vampire, but she doesn't turn, just like Jack did. And when you come find out, Hansen is Violet's, is his daughter, but also Jack is her sister that was separated during the vampire apocalypse, so they can never find her. Whereas Julius and Violet go to get answers for Hansen, you see Oracle, Sam, and the other bride, Dracula. Then you find out that Hansen's the third bride of Dracula. And that they're planning to unleash Dracula into the world. You find out that Hansen's backstory is that he was actually a prodigy of Abraham Van Helsing and his brother. And you find out that Abraham Van Helsing stopped Dracula by sucking her into this portal, this dimension. He went with her to stay there so she can't get free. Hansen felt bad for betraying them because he was turned into a vampire. So he wants to make up for this. So he helps Julius, Axel, and them take out Oracle, Sam, and the other bride. They kill the other bride easily. And as the fight, Oracle and Sam, they escape. Then Julius, Axel, Violet, and one of the Day Sisterhood that becomes a human now, they travel to find Oracle and Sam and stop them. Well, Tessa had given Axel this page from the Van Helsing handbook, which is like a compass that points you to a Van Helsing. That's how they find Jack. And Jack's still looking for Tessa. Well, he's like, why is this pointing to you? And then you find out that Violet and Jack are also Van Helsings. Hansen had them genetically created in a lab. They're just experiments. Then he mixed in the Van Helsing and Dracula blood into the bodies. So they come across Tessa. So Tessa, Jack, and Violet go to defeat Sam and the Oracle from unleashing Dracula. Hansen goes to help them, Axel and Julius, on another battle. And because Tessa and go take out Sam, while Hansen and go take out the Oracle. Well, of course, the paths interlock again. Big battle ensues. Then you find out Sam has to die for Dracula to come free. So this portal opens up. Tessa, Jack, and Violet jump into the portal to take out Dracula once for all because, unbeknownst to the Oracle, Hansen, all these years, have made this artifact, this item, that can kill Dracula. He's not sure it works, but it's the best shot they got. Well, in the portal realm, they meet Dracula. She's a female in this series. She takes Tessa and puts in a casket and locks the casket while she's still alive. And then she takes over Jack's body and enters the real world. That's how she can do it. And Vought knows. I mean, no, enters Vought's body. I'm sorry, but Jack knows this. So when the portal reopens, Jack and Vought come through, but Vought's knocked out. I mean, no, I'm sorry, Jack's knocked out. Vought, which is now possessed by Dracula, is in the real world. She's free from the dimension. Hansen dies from the Oracle. Dracula, now in possession of Vought's body, frees the Oracle. Axel and Julius don't know this because they had left because Hansen told him, I got this, the Oracle is fine. Go get Doc. And he tells her that Doc's at this lab doing tests for him and experiments. While they go there, they meet this massive vampire. Really hard to kill. He severely injures Julius and Axel. But the runes are not healing. They're still bleeding. And when they pass out and found the door, and Doc is there. Like, the door opens up and somebody walks out, you know it's Doc. Has to be. That's how that season 5 ends. Season 5 also ends with Vought, possessed by Dracula, frees the Oracle, like I said, they kill Hansen, and they leave. Vought takes over a form of somebody else, and Vought falls over her body. And I guess, like, she's in a coma now, or something, they can't awaken her. So Oracle and this Warnham, which you find out is the President of the United States, take off, and now basically Dracula is the President of the United States. And Tessa is still in the other dimension, where you find out that also Abraham Van Helsing's still alive in that dimension, and his job is to keep Dracula there. Well, now he's trying to find Tessa, but he doesn't know what casket she's in. So that's how season 4 ended. Ended with major cliffhangers. Season 5 debuts this year in October, so I can't wait to see what the last season's going to be like. Hopefully they tie up all the loose ends, because they said there's no season 6. Season 5 is it, so they got to wrap everything up. Comment below if you're going to be interested in watching this show. A lot more happens. And I'll be back maybe later on this week or next week with Flash Season 6 TV series review, because I'm just finished watching Season 6. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.